So he starts with like build versus buy. That do you want to, so basic build versus buy for software is like, do you want to build a capability that you need, or would you like to buy someone that offers the capability for you?
Exactly.
And he says that trend, or the general rule of thumb, is if this is a core competency of your company, then you build. If it's not, you buy. And he adds another layer, right? He said that now with what he calls, well, vibe coding, I don't know, AI assisted coding, a lot of people, it's very easy to build now, like very easy.
A bit too easy sometimes.
A bit too easy, yeah, indeed. So does he shift the equation? Should you build more? And he says no, because a lot of these things that these SaaS actually do, it's very clear, like very specific rules that are encoded in the processes of how things should work. So the hard thing is not encoding these things, is knowing what you want to build. And for you to know what you want to build is actually the challenge, not the actual building of it. So he says, you're not going to kill the SaaS. They're still going to be there. They're still going to provide value, right? But at the same time, you will probably build a layer on top of these things, because now building software is much easier to really make it very custom for your companies.
I think in the buy versus build discussion, you also have, I think it becomes easier to buy to some extent, because it is much easier to, with vibe coding, to integrate stuff. You can quickly integrate something new.
True.
I think that is an argument why it makes it easier to buy stuff.
I still feel like they fall short, because a lot of the times for an actual use case, you need to have data from different parts. So if you have a contract, they're gonna come from one source, and then you probably need to move it to internal documentation, and you need to do this, and you need to do that. So sometimes that flow, like you have components that, like blocks that do things really well, but to really get the value end to end, you still lack it a bit. So you can have like, you just care about the end-to-end flow and the process, right? And you can still build a little layer, but underneath, you don't need to reinvent the wheel for everything.
It's the glue, that the thing that glues everything together becomes very
exactly
efficient.